What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about Jalen Green, Isaiah Todd in the revamped NBA professional system where players can get from high school to the pros real quick with a lot of money. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Game Time with Dylan Gattengill. Today we got on Jake Quinn again, and we're going to be talking about the revamped NBA professional program. And Jalen Green and Isaiah Todd, two top prospects. Jalen Green, a number one in the ESPN 300, committing to this program. So we're going to talk about that. But first, we're going to talk about what this revamped program is and how it affects high school prospects going forward. So what it is kids out of high school can get paid $500,000 plus for a one-year deal in the G League outside of G League structure. And this also entails financial education, as well as a few other educational tools as far as social media and just navigating a professional NBA career. They're bringing in a plethora of veteran players and coaches to develop these players. Mm-hmm. And the head coach of this team, they haven't released any names yet, but they've said that the top three being considered, two of them have won NBA Coach of the Year to coach this team.
Oh, okay.
Really deciding on names that they could.
Some big names, yeah.
You know, it proposes a 10 to 12 game schedule against G League teams.
Okay.
That will not affect their record. So these prospects will be joining one team, getting coached, and then being able to play against G League teams.
And they're playing against NBA players, you know, if they've already been drafted.
And that's what the differences are between the current G League and the revamped G League. Mm-hmm. Jake, thanks so much for coming on. So two of the top guys, like I said, Jalen Green and Isaiah Todd. What do you think this means for paving the way, or guys that are really top tier talents, undeniably, as juniors and seniors in high school?
It's huge because there's always got to be, you know, someone to pioneer, you know, the first movement, you know, something to, you know, pave the path for the next people. And having two of the top recruits both take this route to G League, it really makes people, you know, coming up make them think more wow, okay, Jalen Green and Isaiah Todd are doing this is something I have to consider. And so when more people consider it, I really would not be surprised to see a way more high school prospects start considering and going G League.
Yeah, and off of that, as we speak right now, today is Thursday. The NBA is currently in talks with multiple prospects that have not signed NLIs.
Really? Okay.
Them over. So I think this is going to be super interesting. I have the same thoughts on it. What I think, I agree. He's a trailblazer. Well, that's a funny choice of words in the NBA.
Yeah.
But no, he's a total pioneer in this field. And what he's going to be able to accomplish is showing players that are top 25, top 30 recruits in the nation that you don't have to be part of this NCAA system. There's another option that has huge pay. And
huge pay. Huge pay.
And let's just cut to the chase. Jalen Green would have been paid at a college wherever he
most likely.
But I'll tell you right now, the going rate for a top-tier college player, let's go look at DeAndre Ayton, for example, getting paid $115,000.
Yeah.
That's 20% of it. You know, even if you want, you know, however they slice it up, the incentive to go to the G League and have the ability to monetize yourself, which is another huge aspect that I want to ask. The ability to monetize yourself with going to the G League is going to be huge too, because you can't profit off your likeness. You can't profit off of jersey sales, shoe deals, anything. So what you have to do is build the Nike brand. You have to build the Oregon brand. You have to build the Auburn brand by wearing the merch and doing the thing and not getting paid. So when these guys, and they're projecting Jalen, again, a number one prospect who's going straight from high school to the G League, Jalen Green, a 7-figure shoe deal out of high school. So we're talking about over $1.5 million off the bat. And
yeah.
I mean, if that's not going to start incentivizing kids not to go to college, then I don't know what will.
Exactly. When other kids start seeing these dudes get and some college players certainly, and, you know, a lot of them do probably get paid, but they have to keep that stuff under the table.
Right.
And so in high school, exactly.
Yeah.
So, when the high school players get to see these new dudes, flaunting their $1.5 million because they don't have to keep it under the table because they legitimately made it, you know, all of a sudden people are going to be seeing on their Instagram that Jalen Green got the nicest cars and all that right out of high school.
Yeah.
So,
I agree.
This way some people.
I think this is going to apply huge pressure to the NCAA, and will get me on tape saying it right now. This is going to be a massive blow to college basketball in the next 3 years. The panic button was hit earlier this morning by the NCAA. I'm telling you, the second Jalen went to the G League. Because every one of these kids that does not go to college basketball, they are losing ratings and numbers with every single one. Jalen would be huge. They were going to feature him wherever he was on nationally televised games. Isaiah Todd at Michigan. That is a huge boost to a national program. Every time one of these kids drops out, it's going to hurt. So the NCAA is going to react. I don't know if they're going to say you can profit off of your likeness, but what I think in my projection in the next 3 years is the NCAA, similar to baseball and football, and in baseball, it's going to be a more similar approach because in baseball, it's going to start becoming the MLB draft, where you can either get drafted out of high school or go to college for more than 1 year, either 2 or 3. And the reason I say this is because if you are talented to come out of high school, if you're talented enough to come out of high school, do it. Go ahead, make the money, get to the G League.
Why not?
Go to class. You don't have to spend your time somewhere you don't want to be. You're there, you're ready, you're getting better, okay? If you want to go to college, having athletes stay, it builds the brand development. There's more relation between fans and players because they get to know them for a longer amount of time. It also creates a game where we see it all the time with Kentucky, where it's fun to watch Kentucky, but there's no continuation, cohesion program. And you get to see a lot of team development. You get to see a lot of high-level college basketball being played because the development and good players wouldn't be after 1 year. So you would have to be, as a player, you'd have to think really, really hard about, all these colleges are
going to college.
A great opportunity to get educated, do this, do that. If I don't get drafted, this is a really good route. And then when they do, it boosts the NCAA, it boosts the brand, and it keeps the level of college basketball higher. And they need it higher because they're going to be losing the top prospects.
A lot of the top, exactly.
Because it's not like you're keeping the top guys and keeping them for longer. It's that you're losing the top 20 guys. You're going. I'm telling you, get me on camera right now. The top 20 guys, top 15 guys every year are not going to be in the NCAA. Okay, I don't know. I call it 3 to 5 years. Put a clock on it. I'll call it 3. But the floodgates have opened. Like, this is the whole system of being a top tier player and having to just be part of this fugazi, like, hide your money that that Alabama's. No, it's done. Like, just go get your money in the G League and develop into an NBA player. So what are your thoughts on what the NCAA, like the pressure on them with this new kind of NBA coming in, swinging the big stick?
Oh, it's huge because, I think it's going to impact fan ratings at first big time. I can't tell you how many times a team like Arizona, like, for example, would come to Oregon. And, of course, I have to go to the game because Nico Mannion's playing. They got Zeke Naji, they got Josh Green. Like, you want to watch these. Like, USC comes, you want to watch Onyeka Okongwu. Like, you want to watch these top-tier players. Like, that's – like, people buy tickets not, like, obviously for their team, but also for these insane kids that they're about to go watch in the NBA.
Right, and college is so cyclical that you're completely right on this. Think about look at the one-and-dones that wouldn't be there. Looking back even just a few years, Zion like, I know that it's a big name every time they come into town, but you could even take an Oklahoma with Trae Young. You could take a Marquette with Marcus Howard. If Marcus Howard is coming to your town and you give half a fuck about college basketball, there's a good chance you show up to that basketball game.
Oh, yeah.
And you're totally right. But, if Troy football's coming to town, I'll catch the fourth quarter of it on TV, and whatever. But you're totally right. Like, the amount of turnover with players is that you're going to lose. I am with you 100% on that. Ratings for teams, especially that are dependent on player turnover and one-year superstars, like, for example, a Murray State with a Ja Morant type situation.
Exactly. Think about how fun it would have been to watch LeBron in college. And it sucks. Like, it was fun watching him in the NBA, and he got to go to the NBA that young, and it was awesome. But, like, we all think and imagine how fun it would have been to watch him just go bananas in college. And that's what it's going to be like. All of these prospects, instead of going, they're going to go to the G League. We're just going to be thinking, like, what if we were watching these dudes in college, missing, like, wanting them to be there.
No, I think it's crazy. I'm going to hit a screen share, and we're going to show you guys a few of the Jalen Green highlights, and I'll talk about him for just a second. But I agree. I think the only consideration I have to this is that it could potentially hurt branding for some college athletes. And my logic with that is a lot of these guys choose a Duke, UNC, Cole Anthony, Zion, RJ, for example. And a factor of that is boosting social media, likeness, getting themselves on television, on nationally televised games, more advertisable to people, all this kind of stuff. And that is something that could hurt by being in the G League. Now, I think G League, obviously, viewership is going to skyrocket with this change because top-tier young talent's going to be there. However, I'm not sure what the situation with their ability to get money, like to build their brand as they would at a Duke or a UNC. I think there's going to be less opportunity to do that there, but they will have immediately monetizable content. But yeah, I'll full screen this here.
Green highlights.
This is from Bleacher Report Hoops.
I was going to say, they're early on it, man. They posted it right away.
Yeah, no, of course. So here's, but like, this is what he can do. This is why he's a #1 player. He played at Prolific Prep. I'm from the Bay Area, San Francisco, Santa Rosa, North Bay Area, and he played at Napa Valley College. I've had a chance to watch him play live, and I've seen the tape. I mean, this kid's the real deal. Okay, we're looking at it right now.
He just dunks mean. He just dunks mean.
He's 6'5".
Look at this guy dunk. Oh, my God.
I don't know in my lifetime if I've ever seen a better in-game high school dunker than Jalen Green live. I didn't see Zion, but I'm talking about, like, I've seen some very, very – I mean, I've been to the Ball is Life All-American game the last 3 years in a row. You know, I've been to, Les Schwab, Jordan, all these places to cover them.
Yeah.
Jalen Green can jump out of the – like, he floats to the hoop in a way that's, like, it's weird. Like, I don't even want to make these comparisons, but the way he floats like a Vince Carter. Like, he just gets up, and then you just see his body, like just float up to the hoop. Like, you see, it's just, like, it's effortless. And anyways, he's the full package. And the fact that college is going to be losing this guy is a bummer, but it's also, like, good for him. Let's switch it up.
Yeah, good for him. His high school jerseys are clean, too.
I'm excited to see if they're going to put G League games on, if I can watch this, Like, I feel
I'm sure they will. I mean, if people are asking for it.
I mean, he's alley-ooping.
I want to watch some Jalen Green. This is insane.
Yeah, no, he's the real deal. Oh,
yeah.
Look at that, dude. Stop, jump shot, pull up. Yeah, this is him at Prolific Prep. This is a school that's in Napa that I was talking about that's right around here. And, yeah, no, he's the real deal, dude. I'm just
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
On his head, yeah. No, he's crazy. He's crazy.
No, yeah, he's insane.
He's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Other than that, dude, not really much comes to mind, but I'm just really excited to see how the transformation of guys, works out. Are we going to see all the top guys go to the G League? Are they going to continue to go to college? At what kind of pick or tier, if you will, of prospect will go to which one, or is it going to continue to be a personal decision? I'm really excited.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting.
I think it's really going to – I think the money's going to be a deciding factor, though, and that's why I'm going to continue until proven otherwise to forecast that this is going to be a trend.
Yeah. I don't know who doesn't want that much money. $500K. It's just a light $500K out of high school.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked it, a like and a subscription really help out the channel a ton. If you have any questions or have an idea for a future video, I love to address all of those, so leave a comment below, as well as any other related content can be found on my channel, Game Time with Dylan Cattengell.